Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. The main suspect in the killing of warrant officer Jafar Rababa last month was killed during a dawn raid on a house in Ma'an, some 220 kilometers south of Amman. During the raid, a gendarmerie officer was injured but listed in fair condition, according to a joint statement from the Public Security Department and the General Directorate of Gendarmerie. The statement went on to say that the joint forces implemented the rules of engagement after the suspect resisted arrest and fired at them. Hundreds of thousands of Muslims continued to take part in the stoning of the devil ritual for the third day as part of the annual Hajj pilgrimage. Under close supervision from Saudi authorities, pilgrims clad in white robes converged on Jamarat, carrying pebbles to perform the ritual from a three-story bridge erected to ease congestion. Saudi Arabia has deployed more than 100,000 security forces and medics, as well as modern technology, including drones and fiber optics, to ensure a safe pilgrimage. Tomorrow, which marks the last day of Al-Hajj, pilgrims will move from Mina to Mecca to perform the farewell tawaf as a sign of ending the rituals. Syria's army and its allies advanced towards their enclave in Deir al-Zur, besieged by Daesh, taking Al-Kharta oil field. According to a war monitoring group, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has focused this year on the campaign in Syria's desert, striking eastwards in a multi-pronged assault against the terrorists to restore Deir al-Zur. Today's advance brings the army and its allies to about 10 kilometers from the city. U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said that he would put together a package of new sanctions to potentially cut off all trade with North Korea after Pyongyang conducted its sixth and most powerful nuclear test. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump took to Twitter to condemn North Korea for yet another nuclear weapons test, calling its actions hostile and dangerous to the U.S. Here's more.
US President Donald Trump taking to Twitter to condemn yet another nuclear weapons test by North Korea, calling their actions hostile and dangerous to the US, as well as saying that talks with South Korea and China are not working. North Korea announced its sixth nuclear test on Sunday, and it's the most powerful one yet. State media says leader Kim Jong-un ordered the test of a hydrogen bomb, one that can be mounted on an intercontinental ballistic missile. Only hours earlier, the North taunted its neighbors, claiming to show Kim Jong-un inspecting the homemade weapon. The regime boasting it will have great destructive power and can be detonated at high altitudes. This test caused significant earthquakes and sent shockwaves to its neighbors. Japanese and South Korean officials say it was around 10 times more powerful than the tremor picked up after the last test a year ago. It sparked strong international reaction, even though there's been no independent confirmation that the detonation was caused by a hydrogen bomb. Japan and South Korea have vowed to step up their stance against Pyongyang with stronger action and sanctions. China, North Korea's sole major ally, has also strongly condemned the nuclear test and has urged the country to respect UN Security Council resolutions. In the past few months, Pyongyang has increasingly put its destructive rhetoric into action, sending a missile over northern Japan and launching a long-range missile capable of hitting parts of the US. Now, with this latest test, Pyongyang edges a step closer to arming itself with a nuclear weapon.
In response to North Korea's latest nuclear test, China's foreign ministry urged the country to stop its wrong actions after Pyongyang said it successfully tested an advanced hydrogen bomb. Reading out a statement from China's foreign ministry, state broadcaster CCTV said that China totally opposed and strongly condemned North Korea's actions and urged the country to respect UN Security Council resolutions. NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson has ended an extended stay of more than 9 months aboard the International Space Station, a $100 billion research laboratory that flies about 400 kilometers above the Earth. The mission was the 57-year-old's third aboard the station, on which she spent much of her time on experiments, including studies of cancerous lung tissue and bone cells. She also completed 4 spacewalks, adding to her 6 previous outings to set a record for the most time spent spacewalking by a woman. And finally, Norway were on the training pitch in Stuttgart ahead of their World Cup qualifying round match against Germany tomorrow. Coach Lars Lagerbäck said he expected Germany to have more possession, but this team, or his team, would be using a simple attacking strategy to try and counter Germany. The hosts are top of Group C and will be hoping to maintain their perfect record after 7 games in World Cup qualifying. If they beat Norway, they could wrap up qualifications so long as Ireland failed to beat the Czech Republic on the same day. For the weather forecast, relatively warm conditions prevail in Amman and across many regions tonight. Tomorrow, a rise in temperature is expected, sending mercury level to 5 degrees above seasonal average, with a high of 35 degrees in the capital and 39 in the Dead Sea. The Gulf of Aqaba should also expect hot conditions tomorrow, with a high of 39, northerly moderate winds and calm seas. And with that, we come to tonight's news. I'm Lou Balkar. Thank you for joining us.